This is the Elegant Oxford with your host, Preston Soto. Today's video was an absolute pleasure to film. I got to work on an older model pair of Sanfords by Allen Edmonds and Walnut. To be honest, a pair this old in this condition is kind of rare, so I'm pretty pleased to have them in hand. I guess the original owner purchased them and never wore them, so the current owner wants me to spruce them up and get them ready to wear. I'm guessing these are probably 15 years old. I remember 15 years ago looking at Allen Edmonds, and they still had a more modern logo, and so I'm guessing these are older than 15 years. I could be wrong though. So I'm going to get rid of the cosmetic scratches and ready them for either display or to wear, but either way these are going to look perfect when I'm done. So I'm starting off using Saphir Renovateur like always. It's great to get this old calf hydrated and nourished because it's probably been sitting high and dry for at least a couple of years. So as you can see, the Saphir Renovateur is doing its job. It's looking great. It won't really get rid of the abrasions as much as colored cream like Médaille d'Or, but this is a great place to start. I can't get over how beautiful these are. You'll find Florsheim Imperials aplenty on eBay. I know they're vintage as well, but finding older model Allen Edmonds just not as common anymore. So this is a real treat. This was before Allen Edmonds began burnishing their shoes. So it's just true walnut, all one color, one shade, and it's a beautiful light orange. It's really something else. Takes me back to the old days when I was in high school and I wanted a pair of strands and I just couldn't afford a pair. So it really takes me back to seeing the original walnut. It's great. This is where Saphir Médaille d'Or cream really shines. I'm using light brown, and as you can see, the cream has so much pigment. It just really gets into those little scratches and fills them up and evens out the color really perfectly. I've yet to find a cream with this much pigment. It really, really gets in there and goes deep into the leather right away. So it won't really cover huge scratches, but if you have tiny abrasions, tiny little scratches here and there, Médaille d'Or is the cream to go to. It is fantastic. Okay, so you see that tiny little scratch right here? Renovateur wasn't enough to get rid of it, but just add some Medal d'Or and really apply some firm pressure, and you'll quickly see that it'll match the color and it'll even out everything really well, like if it was never there. That's why Medal d'Or is my favorite shoe cream. It really has a lot of pigment, and I'm just shocked at how well it absorbs into the leather. A lot of creams just stay on the surface and then they brush off and leave streaks. Medal d'Or gets right in there, really absorbs into the leather, and then when you brush it, it produces a beautiful shine. Okay, this pair isn't like true vintage, like a 60s pair of Florsheim Imperials, but it's more like the VW Bug, not a classic car like a 69 Camaro or a Mustang Fastback, but still beloved and really semi-vintage, you know, kind of an older pair, an older model that everyone loves, that has details that aren't around anymore, and a model you can't buy new anymore. So I guess you can call this a vintage shoe, even though it's probably not older than 20 years. The fact that it's not made this way anymore, I'd consider it vintage in the shoe world. You'll also notice that some of the details are no longer produced on the modern Sanford. Like this pair has 5 eyelets. The modern Sanford only has 4 eyelets, and the finish is a little bit different. So this isn't identical to the modern pairs of Sanfords you'll find today. In fact, if you look at one, you'll see that they are actually quite different. Okay, now we brush for a high shine. Saphir wax is great for protecting the shoe, for giving it a little layer of wax to protect it from dust and debris, and giving it that extra shine so the shoes are ready to wear, or if you want to put them into storage, ready to put into storage. And I'm really pleased at how they're looking right now. You can see it's looking a lot better. Okay, we're all done. And I know this is going to sound weird, but the shoes just look delicious. Like, they look really delicious, like good. Like, the leather just looks like you could take a bite out of it. It looks so clean and crisp. So we're all done, and I know the owner's going to be happy with them, and it was a real pleasure to work on this pair. Thank you so much for watching. If you've enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe, and share. You can find me on Instagram and Facebook at The Elegant Oxford. Links to my pages are in the description of this video. Remember, always put your best foot forward. The small details matter most, so don't forget to #ShineYourShoes. See you next time.